My quote of the night is, tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. And while this quote probably is typically in reference to learning stuff from others, there was something about like a reminder to myself, because I've been doing a lot of reflecting over this last year's, kind of growth and shift in outlook, shift in attitude, shift in how I'm dealing with myself, how I'm handling things, like what I'm doing for improvements across the board, improvements for content creation, improvements for work, improvements for personal life, improvements for being a parent, for being a wife, just all the things across the board, because they all affect each other and the tools and skills can be interchanged amongst all of those different things. And I'm just thinking about it a lot lately, thinking about where I was this time last year. There was a lot of stuff that I wasn't doing that I'm now doing, and doing in a way that feels more organic. Like it feels more like it has just been a natural evolution of the steps that I'm taking, as opposed to yesterday I decided to do X and then therefore I will continue to do X because it is the best and right thing to do, which I don't do well with. And this whole doing less more often, taking smaller steps, breaking things down, evaluating those things, and then kind of going back and reflecting on that stuff reminds me that if I tell myself I should do those things, I forget, or I don't keep up with it, or I don't continue them. Teach me and I remember. So like when I'm like, okay, I can research this stuff and then start to do those things, helps me remember those things, and then involve me and I learn. And how do I involve myself? Well, part of that is the reflection, and part of that is like the planning and then doing and then reflecting. Like that involves me in the entire circle of it, because it's a never-ending process, right? It's all this personal growth, professional growth, creative growth, all of that stuff is a cycle, and it's not always moving forward or appearing to move forward, but even though it's a cycle or like a pendulum or whatever, like it's still moving forward, even when you feel like you're going backwards, or even when you feel like things have stagnated or whatever. And I don't even really feel like I'm stagnating right now, like because my outlook has shifted so much in the last year. Like I'm trying to observe it from a place of, this is still just part of it. Even if it feels like you're going backwards. Honestly, a lot of times when you feel like you're doing things worse or moving backwards, it's because you have learned and grown enough to acknowledge that you're still making mistakes. It's just those mistakes are different ones now, or you're seeing them with new eyes because your eyes have, grown to see more things. That's not really how to phrase that, but you know what I mean? Like, well, maybe you don't. Maybe I'm explaining it so poorly that you're not understanding what I'm saying, but like, more. So when you look back, you're like, oh, I didn't even realize those were mistakes I was making. Or maybe you knew that those were probably mistakes you were making, but you didn't know how to handle it. But now that you've dealt with it some more and learned from those mistakes, you can go back and go, and now I want to perfect those things. And then you'll go back and see the things that you didn't know, or that you knew that you didn't know, and perfect those, and then keep going, because it's always a process. It's never ending, for real. So anyway, not super complicated thoughts tonight. Just I saw that quote, and I've always read that quote like it's like working with others, and it can be about working with yourself too. So again, multiple skills and multiple tools that can be applied to multiple situations. But yeah, I was digging back into some stuff from about a year ago, and was like, It's interesting to see where we are now. I'm still like thinking about things the same way, but I'm just further along the path. So those things I was thinking about a year ago are still relevant. They're just being applied to new stuff, I guess. Thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.